Luz y Progreso, Paz y Justicia. This is Francis de Brujo Luis. So in the background, you hear me playing the Shaman drum. This right here is one of my shamanic drums. I have a few. I have a buffalo, I have the cow, and this one is a goat hide drum. So I wanted to decorate it. I see this beautiful hide and I didn't want to really mess with my buffalo drum. So I said, well, let me do the goat hide, which is a little bit cheaper, to play with, to paint. And so I'm feeling the drum, I'm praying to the spirits, I'm asking the spirits, what do they want me to place on this drum? And I'm listening to the spirits. So the first feeling that I got was to paint a guayco. The guayco is the Taíno interpretation of the sacred medicine wheel. And so I wanted to paint the 4 cardinal points of the cosmic universe, the viewpoint of the Taíno spiritual cosmology. So I searched through all my books on Taíno, the Arawak, the Carib, the Locono, and I wanted petroglyphs that are found in my Borinquen home, the island of Puerto Rico, the petroglyphs that you can find that the Taíno people carved within our island. So as I was searching through the book, I came across the Beique, the Boitú, the Shaman, and I thought this would be great as the center point of the drum. After I chose the Beique, the Boique, the Boitú, the Shaman, the Medicine Man, I wanted to place petroglyphs that went on the guayco, the medicine wheel. I didn't want to put random petroglyphs throughout the drum. I wanted the drum to be cohesive, and so each petroglyph had to go with the season, the 4 seasons of the Caribbean. The 4 seasons representing spring in the east, summer in the south, hurricane season in the west, and the dry or the drought season in the north. So I prayed a while, I meditated. I was a little nervous drawing on this drum. Now I used acrylic markers, and so I prayed, I asked the spirits to guide my hand, to give me the strength. I didn't want to ruin this beautiful drum. So here you see the Beique or the Shaman in the center. And then I wanted to separate the medicine wheel with 4 totem or 4 spirits, 4 animals. So you'll see the coqui, you'll see the caguana, the sea turtle, the hurricane, which is guabances, and then on top you see el sol, the sun. So here I am just drawing some of the semis, the petroglyphs. I use paper that we use, Puerto Ricans use to make pasteles. So I didn't do this freeform. So before I go any further, I received a package from a dear friend of mine. He is a YouTuber and author. He has written books on Cuban Espiritismo. He's a YouTuber. He does readings. All his videos are in Spanish. His name is Oshun Ala Erinle. Here's a card that he sent me. I'm going to keep that a little private. He called me last week and he said, listen, I had a dream. I'm going to give you a message. And he felt he needed to send me some protecciones. And I am very humble. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me these sage bundles, the Siete Potencias, and the one right here with coins. I've never seen that. But this is his logo. And he said he wanted to send me a collar that he wanted me to bless. He was preparing it for me. So here is the collar. I opened it up and you can see that, well, I'm still opening it up, but right there you see husks. I think those are wild boar husks, peonia seeds, and claws of wolf, I think. I'm pretty sure it's wolf. And I think those other brown beads are palo santo. And so he called me last week. He said he couldn't sleep. He had a message for me. He gave me that message. Comprobado, Luz, hermano. I thank you very much. So If you haven't checked out his books in Spanish on Espiritismo Cruzado, go get them and go check out his YouTube channel. Oshun ala Erinle. Gracias, hermano. Now I'm returning back to my drum, my shamanic drum. You can see right there, the center is El Beique, the Boitu, the shaman, and the petroglyphs that I have drawn so far, each one is symbolic to me. There's a symbolism, there's a story that I want to portray while drawing these petroglyphs into the drum. I didn't pick any out of random. Everything had to have its place and a meaning to what I was doing. So right here you can see little by little I'm adding to the four directions, the four cardinal points. I also wanted to include the three worlds of the shaman. The upper world, which is Turei, the lower or underworld, which is Quabe, and the middle world, which is Gois. On the edge of the drum, I wanted to add the great serpent spirit, Iguanaboina, the serpent spirit that carries the spirit of the Beique or the Boitu through the three worlds. Now, many people will say that the Taínos did not use shamanic drums. Well, of course they didn't. In the Caribbean, there were not large enough mammals for the Taínos or the Arawaks to collect hides. So they used wooden drums known as mayohuacans or bayo habao, which is a wooden slit drum similar to the Aztec and Mayan teponatzli. When I finished the painting, I realized that I had painted the COHOBA ceremony, the ceremony in which the Beique or the Boitu goes into the three worlds to speak with the Semi, the gods, the ancestors, the Oias, and the spirits of the nature and elements, the Maboyas. And I used the four colors to represent the Guaycol, the medicine wheel, as interpreted by modern-day Taíno Seminismo practitioners. It is known by all shamanic practitioners that the spirit of the shamanic drum lives within the center. So I took leather cord and I created a heart in which I added 7 resins and herbs from the Caribbean, such as tabanuco and mavi. I also had leftover ribbons from other spiritual workings that I had done, and I wanted it incorporated it into my shamanic drum. So I began by separating all my ribbons, and I wanted to represent the 4 cardinal points, the elements. So to the east, to the rising sun, to the element of air, I use the color yellow. To the south, to the fire, I use red. To the west, which represents the element of water, I use blue. And to the north, I use, which is the element of earth, I use green. Now, with each knot of the ribbons, I did a prayer and invocation to the spirits of each element, to God and Mother Earth. Now, I also wanted to include the element of spirit, so I added white for that element. Now, all the 5 elements of creation, everything that is created, everything that has life, shares these elements within them, and they are represented on my drum. So here I am passing my hand over the drum, giving it my energy, seeing how it feels with the ribbons, how it feels with the art, speaking to the spirit, asking the spirit, is the drum finished? Am I finished with you? So far, I'm feeling good about it, but something is still missing. So I'm praying to the spirits to guide me and to lead me unto what is missing. So I meditated on this, and the spirit of the drum spoke to me, and it said that it wanted a ribbon tied onto each end of the sinew of the drum to represent the visual colors of the spectrums of light, the belts of energy vortex fields that exist in all life forms known as the chakras, and 9 different colored ribbons to represent the dead, los muertos, the opias, the ancestors. Then I began with a white ribbon to represent new life, new birth. And I binded each ribbon with 3 knots, each having a prayer. And then I followed along the ribbons in a pattern. Again, each one I did 3 knots, praying to Father God, Mother Earth, to the ancestors, to the spirits, to bless and charge the drum, and to bless and charge every ribbon as I bind it. The Taino people of the Caribbean viewed that the new year, the year began on the spring equinox in the rain season, which falls around March 20th to 21st. So the ribbons in this sense represents the cosmic rain coming from heaven, giving life to the earth, to Mother Earth. It also symbolizes reincarnation, a time to plant the seed within woman and Mother Earth, and also a time when the ancestors walked the earth. So my drum is ready for the new year, the beginning of life, the rain season, the spring equinox, and all the ceremonies that I'm going to celebrate this summer. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Sancista Brujo Luis. Hit that like button.